Well, it's a plan aimed at tackling Sydney's housing crisis, but in some suburbs it's raised fears of high-rise apartments towering over heritage homes. Ku-ring-gai Council is the latest to call on the state government to take a step back as residents are confronted by developers and agents knocking on their doors.
Marilyn Howe has lived in this house for 45 years.
This house has 3 marble fireplaces.
And still appreciates its special touches.
8-arm chandelier, crystal chandelier. This is my home. I put so much love and care into it. It's just my home.
It's been home to 3 generations of her family.
As you can see, there's a lot of happy memories here of our family.
And she wants to keep making happy memories here. But developers have been knocking on her door, begging to buy.
It feels like a bit of pressure, that's for sure.
Many residents in Roseville and surrounding suburbs are feeling pressured to sell since the government announced plans to increase housing density in New South Wales. As part of that proposal, it wants to rezone land within 400 metres of 31 train stations to allow 138,000 new homes to be built, including buildings up to 6 or 7 stories high.
It doesn't matter whether it's heritage or not. They will just allow developers to build 6 stories or more.
That's something that worries Stuart Craig. He moved to the suburb on Sydney's North Shore 18 months ago after a 2-year search for the perfect family home.
We wanted to come to Roseville and we love these big old beautiful Federation houses and we worked hard to get here.
He and his wife had been planning to live here for the rest of their lives, but may now have second thoughts.
Now it's like, well, you could stay, but you may well be living next to a big apartment, which wasn't quite the dream.
His neighbour, Alexandra Leaf, loves her home of 3 decades, but she's also concerned about what could happen outside.
Lack of planning, lack of conservation of heritage and the beauty of the area and the trees and the environment.
This push to build near transport hubs is part of a broader plan to tackle the state's housing crisis. As a new report by the Productivity Commission finds thousands of people are leaving Sydney each year because they can't afford to live here or can't find anywhere to live.
Now, those people are the ones that we're relying on to work in our hospitals, teach our kids, keep our streets safe.
We've got to confront the housing crisis, and that's why the Minns government is taking a series of planning reforms.
I'm quite comfortable with the plan as it stands. I think here we understand that we need to do our part for housing affordability and housing growth.
I understand the sentiment. But in order to make it really work, you need to have good infrastructure. You need to have the parks, you need to have the roads.
You also need to have the land to build. Mrs Howe is one of many Roseville residents determined to hold on to hers. Fiona Willan, Sky News.